Welcome, everybody. Well done for joining here in the yurt or via Zoom, and also today on Facebook. Maybe if it works, I'm not sure it will work, but I'm trying to do that also. Welcome, Maxine, Ingrid, Anita, Lawrence, Serena, Cass, Rowan, Joel, Neil. Yeah, wonderful to see you all. In the little blurb that I wrote how our ability um, to respond is it's so precious, it's so unique. It's really, this is the way I see this is responsibility. Responsibility is something happens either externally or internally, and then there is a short gap. There is a short gap between the next action. Action could be also externally, like a movement, or action could be I have a thought, and in response to that, I have another thought. That's internal action and internal reaction. And in that gap, there is a freedom. There is a freedom uh, to make a choice, how to react, how to respond. And I think that's all the difference, really, if it's an automatic reaction or if it is a conscious respond. And that's the difference between reactiveness and responsibility. And the wonderful thing in the practice of mindfulness and breathwork is that we learn to both increase that gap, increase that pause, and also from that increases our ability to make a conscious decision of how it is that we would like to act, that is aligned with our values and with what we stand for. So there are some technical, mechanical tricks that really help us to harness and harvest this ability of ours. And one of them is the breath. It is said that quiet breath, quiet conscious breath connects us to deeper parts within us. And in a way, our immediate response, or our immediate reactions are very superficial. They are connected to the depth, right? Like in the past, I got hurt by something, and now I see something that reminds me of that, and I immediately react as if it's about what's happening now, but it's actually about something that happened 30 years ago. Happened to me yesterday. So when we breathe and slow down the breath, and this is what we're going to do in a minute, when we breathe and slow down the breath and set a certain rhythm that fits us, we in a way connect to deeper parts within us, and it gives us a much more stable ground to eradicate our habitual reactions. So we'll start with that. We'll start with breathing in according to our heart resonance, according to a rhythm. Today we'll use Tibetan bowls. We'll start with our own rhythm and then move to a rhythm of Tibetan bowls for all of us to breathe in the same rhythm. And then again, we'll continue, we'll move into a different type of breath, which is just a conscious breath and not necessarily rhythmic breath. And every time the mind automatically responds, reacts, we bring it back. That's the practice for today. And it's amazing how only 20 minutes practice like this, 10 minutes practice like this a day can can change completely the way our mind operates, and also not our mind, but also our speech, how we speak, how we respond verbally, or also our behaviors. So let's start. Let's start with finding a comfortable position, any comfortable position, sitting or laying. And we want to start a practice with really being honest with ourselves and asking, what is our experience right now? How how do I feel in the body right now? What can I feel in the body? Can I feel the ground? Do I have any pains or aches? Tension somewhere? Just connecting to the body, including to how we breathe right now. Try not to change the breath, just to get an insight of how the breath is breathing right now. And then checking in with the feelings. How am I feeling right now in terms of emotions, if if any? And how am I thinking right now? What kind of thoughts? What is the characteristics of the thoughts? So we consciously change the point of attention. We put the attention on the body, and then we put the attention on our heart or the emotions. Then we put the attention on the thoughts. And now let's direct the attention to the breath. And this time, not just in directing the attention, but also changing the way we breathe. Making the breath smooth, slow, and deep. Noticing where is it that your attention is. If it's still on the breath, if it went to think of something that is in the past or the future or here, but just not on the breath. If so, it's totally fine. Just watching how that happens as you either gently bring the attention completely to the breath, or almost like expanding your awareness. As am I breathing, I'm also aware that my mind is here and there, or my heart is here and there. Either way, I'm still consciously breathing, deep, slow, and smooth. Just allowing, no point of resisting. How do we choose to expand our awareness and include the breath? Just for a minute or two, feeling how the body expands and contracts, feeling how the air flows in and out, just like our mental experience and emotional experience, expansion and contraction, flowing in and out. And soon you will hear the sound of the Tibetan bells. I invite you to synchronize your breath to that sound, only if it fits you. If it's too slow or too fast, see if you can, and if not, no need to fight it. This is the sound of the inhalation, and this is the exhalation. Inhale slowly and exhale. Inhale fully and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. As you breathe, notice where your attention is and see if you can rest your attention on the sound of the Tibetan bells. Keeping the connection with the breath. As the experience happens, externally and internally, we choose to consciously breathe in a rhythm. Continuing to breathe in your own rhythm. Notice the difference. Notice if the guide is, the lack of the guide now is it giving a sense of freedom or more of a confusion to the rhythm? Ask yourself if you would like to ease the breath while keep having giving its your attention. And also ask yourself, how would it look like if you bring a quality of rest to your attention? Gentle attention. Gentle not in the commitment, but in the intensity, in the attitude. So whenever the mind wanders, or the heart speaks, or the body speaks, and calls for our attention, we can gently say, I hear you. In a few minutes I'll be with you. When you feel ready to just let go of breathing in any specific rhythm, please release the breath. Let it do its thing in terms of depth and speed and smoothness, just letting it all go. And with this gentle attention, again and again, choosing to stay connected to the breath. As by itself, when we are connected to the breath, we are naturally, almost automatically, connecting to the body and to the heart and to the mind, and also to more than just our body and mind. Resting into this quality that you feel right now, whatever it may be. If it's relaxation or emotions or busy mind. As you rest your attention on the breath, just letting the other thing just unfold by themselves. As we come close to the end of this practice, I invite us to once again check in with ourselves and honestly ask ourselves, how am I feeling? What is the quality of my body and heart and mind after breathing consciously, choosing to direct the attention to the breath, choosing to cultivate a gentle attitude within determination and focus. When you feel ready, slowly, slowly moving the fingers and toes. And before opening the eyes, if it fits you, I invite you to make a decision to take one quality of how you feel right now to your next interaction or action in the day. To carry with you the gifts of what you've just cultivated, to enjoy the fruits. What are the fruits? What are your fruits right now? And as you take a couple of deep breaths, you can reinforce or embody this decision of yours, where and how you would like to put your focus and your attention on. When you feel ready, slowly, slowly coming back. Thank you very much.